Hi.
Hey.
I just told him I wasn't going to talk, and then I was the first one to talk. But now I'm going to be quiet.
Well, no, that's not a good idea.
Might be.
We just wanted to put this video together really quickly and talk a little bit about strikes, which I'm still pretty committed to coming up with a different name. So maybe we'll play a game and let people make some suggestions. When we say strike or even honor code violation, it sounds really serious and terrible. And it is, except it's really not. At least in the way that we perceive it. So most of us come from, a public or traditional school background where you get sent to the principal's office or you've got some form of discipline and it's like,
You're bad.
you need to really straighten up and do something different. And this is not, you're a bad person and you need to show up differently. I don't know. How else would you frame it?
Yeah, just that you're bad. You made a bad choice. And we just look at it, we look at everything at like a game. We're playing a game, and you stepped out of the boundaries of this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's what we know, especially with children. They're trying stuff out, right? They're trying to figure out, is this okay? Is this not okay? They love to push on those boundaries, which is great.
Well, it's natural.
It is. And
that kind of makes it sound devious. They love to push them. No, they're trying to figure out what's okay.
Yeah,
in
what's
society,
okay and what's not okay.
in this culture.
And so whenever we have somebody, we issue a pre-strike, a strike, and this probably needs to be a yearly conversation with our families, right? But we try to really help them see that actually nothing's wrong. Everything's okay. They're okay. They're not bad. They're good. They tried something out. And how did that work out for you, right? Whether it's, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say, like Michelle, they said a bad word.
Like me.
She doesn't say bad words.
Okay, good.
That's the reaction I was actually going for. But let's say that Michelle had said a bad word, and this is a great example because she's going to be uncomfortable the rest of the video. It's so good.
So sweet.
She says a bad word, and it's like, okay, Michelle, how did this work out for you? And you said a bad word. Here, look, it's in our handbook that we don't do this. How's this working out? You might not like, this isn't working out great. Cool. Guess what we learned here today? That when I say that, this is what happens, and I just don't do that again, and there's no problem. So, I always share the example, like our son. I don't know if I should even say his name. Should I
Don't say his name.
Okay, I won't
We
say
have 4 sons.
We
Could
do,
be
so
anyone.
it could be any one of them. But one of them, one year, you can receive 9 strikes before you get exited or before you choose to leave the school. Basically, you're just making that choice, and you've made it 9 times. And he had received 8 strikes, and we had a few months to go yet in the year. So as a dad, I'm like, oh man, this is not, it was very uncomfortable for me as a dad. As an owner of the school, what I was able to look at all of those 8 strikes is not one of them was for the same thing. And so and I think the following year you got like 6 or 7. So, he did better, but he still had some struggles. But again, still none of them for the same thing. So every year they have an opportunity to fail in a remarkable way that might earn them a significant number of strikes.
Yeah, so don't be scared of strikes. They're
Please
actually
don't.
really good. It's a way to give feedback that says, whoa, this isn't okay in this community, in this culture. These are defined ways that are outside of the boundaries.
Yeah, but they're still my favorite conversations to have with them.
Yeah.
Because it's an opportunity to shift the mentality or the mindset around what a strike or even discipline is. It is feedback. You tried something out and it didn't work out great. So what are we going to do next time? It's an opportunity to reflect, come up with a strategy, and then move forward with something much more powerfully. And so shifting their mindset, and then again, because we all come from traditional education, or at least most of us do, we have to shift our mindsets around it as well. Like there is no moral judgment on, oh my goodness, how can these parents have children that would say a word like that? I have to ask myself that every day about Michelle and her parents. And
Yeah, my mouth.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's pretty rough. But I use that as obviously just an example. But any one of those violations that earn a strike, it's an opportunity to sit down, let the child know we love you. We think you're awesome. You're amazing. We tried something, it didn't work out. We're drafting here. Let's take the step and try something new next time.
And
go
our
ahead.
goal is to empower you as a parent to have a really strong, connecting, empowering relationship. Well, I meant conversation, but a conversation to enhance your relationship. So, you know what, it guides you through what kind of questions to ask, a time you share that you failed with your child. How did the people around you feel by your actions? So it's really reflective, and it can turn it from a you're in trouble, you're bad. Even we feel that way when our children get in trouble. We think, you know, that they need correction, they do. But our experience is that these conversations, at the end of it, you actually come out loving your child more. They come out loving you more, and they're more likely to make better decisions in the future because we had a conversation that's empowering and leads to understanding rather than shame and that they just feel like they're a bad person.
Yeah, the problem with shame is it draws you inward. It makes you hide. As opposed to, well, I mean, I'll use the word guilt, but that it has a similar implication. But you know, draws you. Guilt is like, I've done something wrong. I
wanna
want to
fix it.
I want
Yeah.
to make an improvement. As opposed to shame, boy, I need to hide this behavior, tuck it away from everybody so that I don't get caught.
And as parents, we get in this trap with our children that actually causes them to hide things because they don't want to be in trouble. They don't want to disappoint us. Usually it's about how we react to what they've done. So instead of it being an open conversation, they're scared. I mean, I did this as a child. I was scared, so I try to hide what I did. It's a very natural human thing, and our goal is to counteract the natural human tendency for both parents and the hero to connect.
I think the symbol for this particular discussion is a broken lamp or a broken vase.
I like it.
Because, you know, well, maybe not everyone, but at least all of the stereotypical things that something like
Comic
that happens.
strips.
Get the super glue out and try and cover it up, right? And it's like, no, we want our children to have these conversations with us.
We all mess up.
Yeah. And all of this sounds like we really know what we're talking about. And I just want to be straight
We've
with you
made
for a
a lot
moment.
of mistakes.
Not only made, currently making lots of them, right? We're not actually very good with this with our children. So we're really hoping that you guys can be, well, Michelle's really good at it. I'm terrible. I'm not very good at it at all. We're hoping you can be good examples for us and show us how this principle actually can bless a family, how it can bring a family closer together so that we can be open, vulnerable, and honest with each other. And so my vulnerable state is, hey guys, I'm not any good at this either. So you're gonna practice.
But the paper helps.
Paper does help. When we
Pull out
follow
the
it.
paper. That's all. Is that all?
I don't know. How
That's
much
all.
time do we have?
No, we're good. We're way over. Thank you.
Love you guys.